Oh, my muted. Check. Hold on. Check. Hold on. I'm not prepared. Hold on. We're going to do this again. Okay, are we live? Are we good? Give me 2 seconds. I'm having a fucking fight over here with ChatGPT because I'm trying to get this graphic to fit the YouTube thumbnail, and it never fits the YouTube thumbnail. You tell it you need it 1080 by 720, and then it's more than fucking 2 megabytes. God damn it. And then you fucking tell it you need it less than 2 megabytes. It doesn't listen. So anyways, I just keep having an issue that says file is bigger than 2 megabytes. I can't get the thumbnail that I wanted for YouTube. So anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably not going to have a thumbnail. I'll figure it out later. We have some time though. It's 5:06 p.m. Eastern Standard. Thank you everybody who's joining. I was alerted that it is. What's up, Sandy? What's up, Bramble? How we doing? Graylish, what's up? Where's the snare? Yep. DJN After Dark. Can't wait to hear why DJN refuses to bet against the Panthers today. What more reason do you need? Have you watched hockey the last fucking 2 years? Who wants to bet against the fucking Florida Panthers? And if you do, you're just asking for trouble. What else can I tell you? Here's what we're going to do, though. Okay, I'm sorry that the NHL season has snuck up on me. Obviously, I'm a respecter of ice. I love betting hockey. I'm not very good at betting hockey on a game-by-game basis, but I love betting futures. Have had some pretty good success in futures. I haven't hit a fucking cup outright since the St. Louis Blues at 20-1. But other than that, 4-2, I think, in win totals last year. Took the under on the Wild. That was stupid. And then I took the over on the Kraken. Kraken were my cheeky team of the year, and it never really went well with them. Also took their coach of the year. But team of the season was the Vegas Knights. Love them. I think they ended up winning the fucking winning their division and had the most points in the West, maybe, or right up there. We'll talk to Ryan Sura in a little bit, get his thoughts, and also Iain Mack coming up soon. Just a quick recap, though. I was a big Knights guy. I'll probably be a Knights guy. I liked the Sens last year, but remember 2 years ago, I fucking hated the Senators. I faded them for 3 units in season. I do make in-season wagers. What's up, Cornfields? How we doing? Hashtag Craig. Interesting. Igor, shutout tonight? No. You love, I love me a good shutout bet. I actually probably got about, I would say 2,500 to 3,000 followers by hitting shutouts. And then as soon as they arrived, I never hit another one. But I think I got like 8 1 year, maybe 3 years ago, and I haven't hit a shutout since. DJ, and let's have a hell of a betting day. I would love to do that. What's up, Scholastic? How we doing? Matt Gauthier, hello. Good to see you. Let's get icy. Yep. All right. No more of an intro is needed. We're going to get Ryan Sura up here, so please lock the fuck in. Cornfield, stop with the distractions. We're here to talk hockey. If you're not here to talk hockey, I'm gonna put you in timeout. That's right. All right, Sura, you ready to go? Okay, let's rock and roll. What's up, dude? Good to see you, and thank you for joining.
No problem. What's going on? Can you guys hear? Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. I don't think your mic is on, but it looks good.
Oh,
that's okay.
Yeah, this is Sandy's
Sandy's
device. He has literally this is the biggest microphone I've ever seen in my life.
I'm almost wondering if it's my same exact mic. It's just right into the camera.
Oh, it might just be backwards.
Oh, there you go. I hear you now. Is it Yeti? Oh yeah.
Yeah. How's it now?
It's good. You sound great.
Okay, great. It was the wrong way.
It wasn't. I don't think it was connected, but and it was the wrong way. Yep. DJ complained about the mic. Listen, I just want to sound crispy. If you got a microphone, I want it to be plugged in. I'm sure you appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right, Sura. So, well, first and foremost, I think you did a season preview with Fruity on Owner's Box. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to listen to that. I've had like probably the busiest 2.5 week stretch of the year for me. So again, I didn't even realize the puck was coming. But shame on me because I've gotten the notifications on my Score app for the New York Rangers, fucking playing the Devils and the Islanders in the preseason. So I knew the puck was going on, but I thought we had at least a little bit more time. We got games tonight. So before we talk any futures, I know people are fucking chomping at the bit for some action. Do you have any plays? Are you on the Blackhawks plus 1.5 as well?
So I actually took, and at DGen, the smallest wager I've taken in the NHL in a long time. When Barkov got listed out, I just ran to my sports book and bet the Blackhawks at plus 280 because I knew the line was going to move. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this bet come the start of the hockey season. And I'll tell you right now, I don't have any faith in the Blackhawks winning this game. I can understand how people want to fade the narrative of the cup winner, a little cup hangover coming into this year. Hasn't really worked out like that. I looked it up today. The last 12 years, the cup winner in their season opener the year after 7-3-2. The last team to lose was Tampa Bay in 2022. It would have been the start of the 2022-23 season. So, okay. And I know Florida coming into this game, you don't have Makachuk, you don't have Barkov. 2 huge pieces to lose, but they're still a much better coach team than Chicago is. Chicago has a brand new coach, and there's definitely something to be said about the new coaching bump, but
sure,
not. I don't think against a team like the Florida Panthers and like with such high emotions in the first game of the season, I don't really see it anime.
So you're trying to bet like a pro, essentially. Take advantage of the injury news on the market before it moves. I mean, I got no beef with that, but I'll talk about a coaching change bump that I like in it with another team. But I can't. I think I've just watched so much Florida Panthers hockey the last 2 years, and I had a future on them. I jumped in when they beat the Lightning in the first game last year in the playoffs. And I respect the Lightning. I really do. I respect the organization. John Cooper, even though I did say he should have been fired whenever they got swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I could just tell that there was something about this Panthers team that was going to be terrifying. So I jumped in on them to win the East. I only took them to beat the Oilers. But no, I've never had a future on the Panthers. However, even though I don't necessarily invest in them, I respect the fuck out of them. They are probably, I'm a Rangers fan, but the Rangers actually make me want to vomit sometimes. The Panthers are a style of hockey that I absolutely love. I think that a team that has these injuries opens things up in the East, but I don't necessarily think it means that you're going to see you're going to see the guys step up because they're coached so well. And I think that's just, it's almost like a Detroit Lions mentality. Like Dan Campbell, of how it just kind of goes from top to bottom. So I think if anything, you're going to get these other guys, you're going to get a better effort out of them. But with no Barkov, who I think is one of the, not I think, but he is probably one of the best players in the NHL. And then Kachuk, who's just a fucking rat. So anyways, okay, fair enough. Outside of that, anything else in tonight's games? I know we have the Kings playing the Avalanche, and then we also have my Rangers are dropping puck tonight against the dog shit Penguins.
Yeah, I'll get into the Rangers Penguins game. Definitely scares me the most, in my opinion, because there's the most changes out of any of the 3 games tonight within those 2 teams, because there's 2 new coaches, 100%. Yep. But just to finish off on the Panthers Blackhawks game, which is actually getting underway here very shortly. Yep. I do think taking shots on goal props for, like you said, like there's going to be some guys going to have a little bit more opportunity on this Florida team. Like, and if you look at Florida, everyone talked about it last year when they played Edmonton. They're the deepest team in the playoffs without a doubt. Like Brad Marchand was playing on their third line with 2 like absolute stud Finn kids who again will have an elevated role this year, Lundell and Luosterainen.
But the one, sorry to cut you
unreal.
off.
No, that's okay.
Yep.
He's so good. He's so good. Him and Lundell have really like shown how important it is to have like such a good third line in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But the new head coach for the Blackhawks, his name's Jeff Blashill. He, after Detroit's like reign of like the early 2000, like 2005 to like 2013, 14, when it was like them battling with Pittsburgh a lot in the Stanley Cup finals. This guy took over for Detroit and they made the playoffs his first year, and then they missed the playoffs 7 straight seasons. So he's supposed to be known as this good, like young player development coach, but the style of hockey that he gets his teams to play is very like kind of sit back and kind of wait for things to happen. It's a very conservative style of hockey, which is the worst type of strategy you can go into playing a team like the Florida Panthers, who forecheck the hell out of the puck in their own. Like, it'll be very hard for Chicago to get the puck out of their own zone. One stat I look at a lot is shot attempt share. Corsi percentage is like a good stat to look at for hockey, I find. When Blashill coached the Red Wings, his team was bottom 8 in that category in every single season that he was the head coach there. So I think the Panthers, you could easily see that. And it's not really that crazy of a prediction. I think you could easily see the Panthers outshoot the Blackhawks 40-15 tonight.
Yeah, on that note, Quantitative, who's a sharp guy in the chat, says he likes the team total under 2.5 for the Blackhawks. I don't hate that at all. And I think that if the Blackhawks, if you're betting the over in this game, I think you need a Panthers 5-2 win, essentially. I don't know if it's 7. I doubt it is. It's probably, I would assume it's.
No, it's 5.5 is the total for every game, I think, tonight. Some juice on the over for most of them, but yeah, which is interesting too. I didn't look back at this, but
6.5 for the Rangers game.
6. Yeah. So that's definitely moved up. And that's interesting too, I find. But yeah, if you're betting on the over in this game, I would totally agree that you're banking on Florida to score 5 goals. And like, I've seen a ton of people on Spencer Knight Saves, the goalie for the Blackhawks, who used to be the goalie for the Panthers.
That's right.
Over his saves tonight. But like, there's just a chance that Florida scores too much, and that's happened when you see a team get a lot of shots on goal. but it's not like necessarily Spencer Knight's can be saving a ton of pucks. So
Yeah.
I took Sam Bennett over shots, and I took Mackie Samoskevich over shots. He's a third line player on the Panthers who kind of broke out at the end of last year and a little bit into the playoffs. So I parlayed those two together, 3+ and 2+ for like plus 140, plus 120 at some books. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk to you a little bit about, I respect your puck knowledge, by the way. I genuinely do. And I would imagine you're pretty up to speed with most of these teams. We don't have to go through every single one of them. I want to have you on for about another, at least like 15, 20 minutes, but I want to hit a couple teams that you like, or maybe don't like. But first and foremost, can you talk to me a little bit maybe about, my New York Rangers? And if you were a Rangers fan, should I be excited? So from what I understand, we've got Mike Sullivan as a head coach this year. Keandre Miller is gone. We know JT Miller is back, which is hilarious. That's what the Rangers love to do. They love to mortgage their future, and then these young guys end up producing elsewhere. It's funny that they basically said, all right, we'll take JT Miller back, made him the captain, which I'm very happy about. I never liked Jacob Trouba. I gave him a chance, though. I really did. So I shouldn't say I never liked him. But listen, the problem I have with the Rangers is they always bitch about the coach. It's ever since the guy from fucking Boston University. Was it Quinn?
Yeah, David Quinn.
Quinn came in, and then I liked Gallant, the guy from the Knights. He was kind of a hard-nosed dude. Then Laviolette. Now Sullivan. All they keep doing is they think they've got the best team on the fucking planet. And I think the problem is within. I think it's the core. I think Kreider is gone as well, which I like Kreider. He's a hard-nosed dude. He was a Rangers guy, but Panarin and Zibanejad are some of the most skilled hockey players, I think, in the league and on the planet. But the problem is I think they're soft. And so the Rangers need some hard-nosed dudes. I listened to like Trent Surgical stream for 5 to 10 minutes, and I heard Easy Puck come on. I don't know if Easy Puck is in here, but he talked about the one guy I really like, Will Culley, on the Rangers team. I fucking love him. He's a dog. The Rangers, instead of signing like Tarasenko's and Patrick Kane's, they need more Trocheks, they need more Culleys, and they need more hard-nosed guys like this. So I really don't know what to expect. I'm going to be open-minded, but is there anything you do or don't like about the Rangers?
So that's when I said I didn't really know what to think about going into this game. Like the Rangers coming in with Mike Sullivan, as someone said in the chat, like hell of a coach. He was the head coach of the U.S. team, right, at the Four Nations. Like that's a tall task and a tall order or achievement to have. You're obviously very well respected. Obviously won 2 Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think he's really going to help this Rangers team become a lot more structured than they have in the past. Like if you look at the last like 2-3 years, even with Gerard Gallant and Laviolette, they were made to look like a much better 5-on-5 hockey team than they were, because Igor Shesterkin, I think, is still one of the best goalies in the NHL. I think he's going to have a very good year this year. And I think, sure, you move out K'Andre Miller, but you bring over Vladislav Gavrikov from LA, who's probably a top 3 defensive defenseman in the NHL at this rate. And they paid him like he was. And I think he deserves it. They have some younger guys coming up on defense as well. Zach Jones and Braden Schneider, I think, could definitely make an impact this year. And then, like you said, Will Cooley should have a big year. He had a mini breakout year last season. I think he had over 20 goals. And now he's going to be playing on the first line, I believe, with JT Miller. And then you have that third line, or that second line with Panarin, Trocheck, and Lafreniere. I think Panarin could have a really good year in Mike Sullivan's system. Like definitely gives a lot. Like obviously you look at who he played with in the past or who he coached in the past. You look at like Sidney Crosby, Malkin. He understands when he has a special player on his team and he gives them a lot of the opportunities. And I think he's going to do that with Panarin. Another guy I think could have a good year is Adam Fox. Yeah. You look at when Chris Letang was on that Pittsburgh team, he racked up multiple seasons with 25, close to 30 power play points. I think we're going to see the same thing for Adam Fox on this power play for the Rangers.
Yeah, I hope so, man, because I love Fox. I got a new jersey at the store maybe 2 years ago, and nice. Fox is the guy I elected to go with because I think, you know, maybe it was 2 years ago, he was getting in that upper echelon of defenders, you know, and I don't know necessarily like Cale Makar, but like that young dude who's coming in like, oh shit. And then last year was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I was in some Rangers Twitter spaces, and there were just all these rumors and speculation of things behind the scenes that were going on with him. But Gavrikov, I don't know a shit about, but I just like that he sounds like a scary Russian dude.
That's exactly what it is.
And someone that Fox is unfamiliar with, because like everybody was just too cool with each other. And I like that they broke it up a little bit. Now we got some names and some guys that I'm unfamiliar with. So, okay. So we'll keep an eye on Adam Fox. Are the Penguins, are they going to blow it up? Are they done? Is this the last year of Crosby and Malkin?
Yeah, this is why I have so many questions about this game. The new coach for them is a younger coach who's been kind of more of an assistant everywhere. He was part of the U.S. National Development coaching program and was the head coach there for a bit, I believe, too. Definitely a more offensive, attacking style of like coaching, which it isn't really what Pittsburgh needs, to be honest. The last 2-3 years, they haven't been very good defensively. Mind you, their goaltending has been just as bad. But he'll definitely, like, the Pittsburgh team is definitely going to score a decent amount, even if you don't necessarily recognize a lot of the top tier talent that they might have. Like, they still have guys like Raquel, Brian Rust, obviously Malkin and Crosby. But I do think, and if they don't, it's stupid at this point. There should be a fire sale at some point for this team. And so you'll see the guys like Raquel and Brian Rust get moved. I don't think Crosby's going to get traded, to be honest. I know there's a lot of talk about that, and it was big news in the offseason. I don't see that happening. This could be Malkin's last year as well. I think Pittsburgh's probably going to be the worst team in their division in the Metro. But that's like very expected at this point. And I've seen a lot of people think that maybe this is going to be like a surprise performance for them tonight and come in and either the +1.5. I saw Fruity was on. I'm not touching anything. The only thing I would literally take in this game, and shout out to Josh Inglis, because he put me on these last year. Very good NHL better if you don't follow him.
Yeah, he's good.
These point prop parlays of guys who plays on the same forward line and power play line. Because you can get Panarin and Trocheck to get a point at +110 or something, or even money. And to be honest, if one of those guys scores, the other guy more likely than not is going to get an assist. And I think you're going to see the Rangers score at least 3 or 4 goals tonight.
Okay. I hope so, man. I'm excited to go to a game, but I want to wait and see as well, too, because, again, I don't want to spend money just to go watch a pathetic group of individuals attempt to play hockey. All right, Sura, who's your cup pick this year?
My cup pick is the Colorado Avalanche.
Colorado Avalanche. All right, I'm going to pull up the NHL Stanley. I can never shit on an Avalanche future. Okay, so they are 10-1. You got the Panthers 750, Stars 850, Oilers 850, Hurricanes get fucked, and then the Avalanche 10-1. Also, the Knights are 10-1. A lot of respect for them too with Mitch Marner. All right, so tell me what you like about the Avs.
So the reason and the few things that has changed for the Avalanche, I want to say, since they won the Cup in 2022. They obviously moved Rantanen out last year, and they made a lot of moves throughout the season. They picked up Mackenzie Blackwood from San Jose, who is buried on that team, like a really good goaltender, but just on a team where you're getting 35 to 40 shots a night and half of them are high danger chances. It's impossible to succeed. You've seen that happen with a lot of goalies. So he's over in Colorado now, and when he was playing with Colorado last year, he had Vezina-like numbers because Colorado's team's actually good, and they have a very good breed of defensemen. Offensive and defensive, who can really help him out. And then this is the best depth pieces in terms of a forward group that Colorado's had since they won the Cup. Landeskog's back at full health, or what we think is full health. I'm going to believe it until I see otherwise. He was fighting people in the preseason. Like, what else do you want to see from your captain who's been out for 2 years? I thought that was awesome. And then you have Brock Nelson, too, who is on the Islanders for years. And they traded a prospect for him at the deadline. They finally have a second line center who can play with all these like really impressive wingers that they have. And Marty Necas, Lehkonen, Landeskog, Nichushkin. Like, their third line is still not amazing, but when you have those two amazing top lines, your third line just needs to be someone who can really just apply a little bit of pressure in the defensive zone and just forecheck well. And I think they have that. And then on the back end, again, like Cale Makar and Devin Taves are probably the best defensive pair in the NHL. I would compare them like Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook back in the day, but better. And yeah, I just think they've really shored up all of their needs that they've had over the past 2 to 3 seasons, and they're going to be a lot more consistent. And I don't necessarily think like they'll be like a world beater in the regular season. Like, the West is stacked. It's way more stacked than the East. Because like you said, you listed off all those teams. You have Vegas, Dallas, LA, or Edmonton, LA is even, a team you could put up there too. In the East right now, it's kind of, and I agree with you too. Carolina has been a team that's fucked me so many times. They're a great regular season team, but they can't do anything
Yep.
In the playoffs as well. So I like Colorado to win the Stanley Cup this year. I think they're as much as it's hard, like you got to beat all these teams out in the Western playoffs. I still think they're a team, and I'll never bet against Nathan McKinnon. I think he's an absolute dog and a guy who I think he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder going into this season too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my eyes, by the way. I think it's allergies or something. They're like really sensitive. And plus I look at screens all day. That's why I have the blue light glasses. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
No, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
Are they their fucking goalie? Is it still the guy from the Sharks?
Yeah, Mackenzie Blackwood. He's hurt. He's hurt, right? He was like on the fringe of playing tonight. And ended up he's not. So it's Scott Wedgwood's playing tonight, but he will be healthy for the soon. If not their next game, the game after that.
I don't hate an Avalanche play at all ever. And I am totally good with a guy like Brock Nelson, who I didn't think he was that good with the Islanders, but I thought they thought he was better than he really was. But the Islanders were a team that like just didn't have any elite players.
Exactly.
I think he's a perfect player, like a role player on a team with elite players. So that's going to be, I think that's a pretty good piece for him. All right. I'm going to give you a team that I like, and I want to hear your thoughts, but sure. I'm going to do this again, and I've done it before, but this is how I'm also scarred, Ryan, because I did this with the Lightning and the Avalanche, where I bet them 2 years to win the cup, and the year I stopped is the year they won. So I'm trying to get better about bending and not breaking. However, I have broken with the Hurricanes. They were my team. I got rid of them. I'm fixated on the Stars. I just am. I'm fixated on the Stars. And you talked about it with the coaching change. DeBoer's out.
DeBoer's out after three straight Western Conference or two.
You got to give DeBoer his credit because he can get his team there, but he can never really get him over the hump.
Yeah.
And I think I was never really a DeBoer guy, even when he was on the Knights. I did not think he was very good. But I'm looking at this roster. I'm looking at this depth chart. I mean, this is stacked with Rantanen now too. I mean, you've got Wyatt Johnston he's playing on the third line.
Yeah.
This is terrifying. Heiskanen and Lindell. I mean, Ottinger is such a fucking problem in the playoffs too, though. But oh my God, they're deep. I mean, I guess there's a reason they're the second favorite to win the cup behind the Panthers. I don't know, man. I'm like kind of into the Stars with no DeBoer. Should I not be?
No, I don't think you like. I think the Stars are also a really good team. Obviously in the Western Conference, their new coach Greg Gulutzan, or I always mispronounce his name. Again, I think is going to be it's going to be a change of pace for the Stars. Like Fruity and I were talking about it at our show. I remember last year, like the Stars would really control play. They wouldn't really like beat the shit out of teams, but they had like the firepower to do so. Like you said, their 3 forward lines are insane. And like if you're looking at their lines right now too, Jamie Benn's also hurt. He's on IR.
Yeah,
like,
I see that. Yeah.
Like he's also, I know he's a little bit older, but that's a guy who's led the league in points years back and was top 5, top 3. So they're definitely deep. They have some young kids that again can take another step this year. Like Maverick Bourque's a guy who led the AHL in points 2 seasons ago, but there was, Wyatt Johnson was coming up. They just moved another kid from their AHL team who was kind of taking a little bit of spot from him. So he should have a little bit more headway. They did lose Marchment and Granlund, but regardless of that, their team does still look very good on paper. I'm always a little wary about teams. Like I can't remember when the last time a team with a brand new head coach won a Stanley Cup. And maybe I'm totally missing one off the top of my head right now, but I don't think that's happened in a pretty long time. They could be a team that wins the Central and maybe wins the President's Trophy, but I don't think I can take them to win the Stanley Cup. I also did it last year. I had them to make the Stanley Cup Finals. I had them to win the West. It was actually, I thought it was Stars Leafs. I always do this before the season. I look just at numbers pretty much, and like obviously I use a little bit of my hockey brain, but I use just numbers and base it off the last like 15 seasons to try to get like my Stanley Cup finals. And I had Stars and Leafs last year. This year I have Colorado and Carolina, but I didn't even bet Carolina to win the East because I know it's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening either. I saw that they made another move though. They made a pretty big signing, didn't they? Carolina.
Well, they have Condre. They took Condre Miller from.
Oh, they took
the
DeAndre
Rangers.
Miller.
Yeah. They also brought over this kid from Russia last year for the playoffs, they've been waiting to bring him over, Alexander Nikishin, and they signed Ehlers from Winnipeg. So their team,
Ehlers, that's who I'm thinking of.
Their team got better, and like I said, they're regular season heroes. So like, I have no problem with a President's Trophy bet on Carolina at all. Like, especially in the East, right? Like, they're going to be playing. You see all these Edmonton, Vegas, Dallas, Colorado, LA. They're all going to be beating each other the whole season, while Carolina is going to be beating the shit out of Boston, Pittsburgh, and all these other shit teams in the East. And even like in their division too, like the Rangers should be better this year and the Devils should be better. The Devils never stay healthy. The Rangers tend to have some problems. I feel like this year it's going to change a little bit. There are definitely some younger teams that are getting better in the East, but still a lot is up in the air in the East this season.
All right, give me a Ryan Sura sleeper for this year. Who do you like? That's maybe not. I saw Sandy posted he's on the Sharks over win total. Not like that necessarily, but is there a team? I don't know, maybe like Devils-ish, that you like out there in the 20, 25, 17-1 range. Not that's going to win the cup, but that'll make some noise. Blue Jackets probably a popular pick for
Blue Jackets are a good one. I always
Sabres.
say, in terms, the Sabres, no. That franchise, I will never, in hockey, until, I can't remember their GM's name right now, Kevin something. Until he's gone, there's no hope for this team. And to be honest, their team's gotten worse over the last 2 years. Yep. A team I really like, and I do think they have what it takes to be a surprise playoff team this year and maybe jump the Kings in the Pacific, the Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks this year are looking really good, and I've been on them since July 1st because they picked up Granlund from the Stars. They signed a bunch of their young guys. They just signed Jackson Lacombe, a guy that everyone's like, who the hell is this guy? He's making $9 million a year. Mm-hmm. You're seeing that happen a lot right now because the cap's going up. But they bring over their new head coach is Joel Quenneville, who has the Stanley Cup pedigree from the Chicago Blackhawks. Obviously got fired for all the mishaps that went on behind the scenes there, but still a very good hockey coach. And with a young team like Anaheim has, really great. There's also their assistant coach is Jay Woodcroft, who used to be the head coach of the Oilers. I'm shocked doesn't have a head coaching job still because I think he's a phenomenal coach. They have the goalie in Lucas Dostal. He played unreal last season was a inexperienced and bad defensive unit. Now they've obviously had another offseason to grow with. You have a guy like Pavel Minchikov, Olin Zellweger. Obviously, Trouba's on that team. I know I'm not going to say he's going to be a groundbreaker, but like maybe he adds a little bit of leadership. I think Kreider coming over and playing on like the top line with some of their younger talent is also going to be a huge addition to this team. I think given another year for some of these young guys to progress, adding a little bit of veteran and playoff experience, I think is going to help as well. And I think we're going to see the Ducks really turn some heads this year. And I think you could kind of see it. Like their point total this year going in the season at some spots is like 85.5. Last year it was 70.5, and they finished with 81 points. But I think the books are telling you like this team might be actually for real.
If you're looking for cake, seek out Easy Puck. He's a literal bakery. I hope you're just joking. Be nice to Easy Puck. Special K says, Yeezer plan is fully in effect with 9 guys on the roster, 6 being first-round picks, and they traded for John Gibson. They also had 3 kids make the roster, including Sanin Palika, who was the best player.
He's very good.
Chasing 500. Is this related to the Ducks?
No, that's for Detroit. Steve Yzerman's the GM for the Detroit Red Wings. And I do agree with all of the things he did say. I think this is the year Detroit finally could make a playoff
You
spot.
said that on your show today. You like Detroit this year.
I do. I think Todd McClellan coming in as the head coach. He joined halfway through the year last year. And he was the old LA Kings head coach. His system, I think, will be a lot better for this Red Wings team. The Red Wings team was like a team that solely relied on special teams to win games, like a power play that was top 3 in the league, but 5-on-5, they were putrid and their goaltending was super inconsistent. I don't think that's going to be the case with McClellan. You kind of saw it at the end of last year too. They have 2 really good lines. Like Special K was saying, they've got Michael Brandsen Nygaard, I think is his name. He's this Danish kid. Not too many Danish kids in the NHL. And Axel Sandin Palinka has been probably one of the best European defensemen in double IHF junior hockey over the last 2 to 3 years. He coming out of Sweden as well, much like a Nicholas Lindstrom type build. So they have these young guys that they've been drafting for the past 6 years that are finally starting to play better. Marco Casper, another guy as well. I think Detroit could be that team that we see take a jump up in the East. Them in Columbus for sure. And then I think you'll see Buffalo and Pittsburgh, Philly kind of be the bottom feeders of the East.
Okay. I'm looking at the Red Wings roster. I do like Larkin to bring Cats on there on the second line, which is nice. Kane was a guy that actually helped. I had their over point total 1 year. And Kev, I think you remember, maybe it was 2 years ago when they signed Kane. And because he had come from the Rangers and the Rangers didn't do anything, I didn't get excited. But I remember he actually had a pretty good impact on them with that team. Yeah, listen, I've already been there, done that with the Red Wings. Somebody said it in your stream today, like they should be good on paper, but I don't know, they don't overly excite me. Just my quick thoughts on the Ducks. I really don't hate that they got a guy like Kreider. He's not a vocal leader, but he's a guy that, like, on the ice, he's a leader. Like, he just kind of like demands respect in his play. But I'm looking at too many washed up Rangers guys in here with fucking Strome. Vatrano was cool. I didn't realize he's in his 30s. Trouba and Kreider. Like, that gives me a little uneasy. But with the blend of the young guys too, I mean, they got a 20-year-old Leo Carlson or something.
Yeah, he's like, I took him 70+ points this year at 7-1 on DK because he's gonna be playing first line center with two guys that could score, and he's gonna be playing on the first power play. He had 50 points last year. I could definitely see him having 20+ more points this season. And Special K commented, I took Quenneville to win the Jack Adams, which is Coach of the Year, as soon as the markets opened at 12-1. I think I got it. I think he's close to him and the Utah coach are the top two favorites, I think.
Nice. Sura, appreciate your time, man. Thank you very much.
Dude, no problem.
Everybody, make sure if you're watching, go watch Owner's Box every weekday, noon Eastern on Twitch. Are you guys only live on Twitch, or do you go live on YouTube as well?
No, right now it's just Twitch and Twitter. We
Twitch and Twitter.
YouTube for now, yeah.
All right, awesome, dude. Well, I look forward to talking more puck throughout the season. Thank you for taking some time and coming and talking up some teams.
Yeah, no problem, dude. We'll see you tomorrow on Lines of Lunch at 12.
Yes, I'll be on. All right, man. I'll check you later.
All right, see ya.
See you, dude. All right, good shit. W. Sura, thank you for coming on. Good puck talk. God damn, it feels good. Yzerman will be fired, says Putinhead. Quenneville 9-1 for Jack Adams is a must play. Yep, Kev knows ball. Let's pump the brakes on Kev. Kev knows his team, but he's a fucking massive homer. Much better number in Gret. Yep, W. Sura. All right, let's get Ian Mack on here. Ian, I forgot last time. Do you want to be called Ian McMillan or Ian McBetts?
I don't care.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a preference. By the way, you look suntan. Did you go on vacation?
No. At all. No.
Oh, you look so
Maybe
much.
I think it's probably just the lighting in this room right now.
Or it's just you're just a new, happier person that you got out of New York City.
Yeah, maybe it's just the fact that the Jays are up 2-0 in the ALDS. So maybe that's what it is.
You gave me a heart attack because I almost thought you said they were up 2-0 like tonight, and then that was going to make me really.
I wish.
I don't know if you've seen my retweets or saw what I tweeted with Marty Mush, but I can't fucking stand this forced rage bait talking down to Jays fans and the Jays team. I hope they sweep them tonight. I hope it's over. So if you guys aren't familiar with Ian, he is Canadian. He lived in New York for a couple of years, been a big fan of his for a long time. Now he's back in Toronto. He's got the Leafs jersey on. And Ian, right out of the gate, I'm just going to tell you. It's Leafs here.
It might be. They might have just had to get rid of Mitch Marner. That might have been the key, was get rid of Marner. And yeah, 17-1. Ooh.
So I like that. I really like that. I do wish they did it a little earlier. Well, I mean, I say I wish, like I'm a fan of the fucking team, but if I was a fan of the team, I would have probably appreciated that it happened a little bit earlier. But it's okay because it's not too late. You still have some fucking dogs on that team. I'm actually going to pull up their depth chart now. There was a guy in the playoffs who was playing out of his fucking mind. Nyes?
Matthew Nyes? Yeah.
Love that.
He's like a true power forward. Yeah.
Yep, he's a guy that the Leafs need.
Yep.
And I also love, where the fuck is he? Oh, actually, I was going to pull up the
Blackhawks just scored, by the way.
Did they really? No shit. 1-0 Blackhawks?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything in that game tonight?
I took the over, so that helps.
Oh, there you go. All right, that's good. I will tell you right now, I love signing Stolars as your goalie for the future.
Oh, he's the best.
He
27-1 right now to win Vezina. Best bet. It's my best futures right there.
Are you being serious?
He led the NHL in save percentage last year, and then if you even want to like look at like the advanced metrics for goalies, like percentage of saves over expected, he led the NHL. It was not Connor Hellebuck, it was Anthony Stolarz.
So I'm going to tell
But he missed half the season, or like a third of the season with an injury, so he was kind of out of contention for it.
Yep. Racist stream, no Americans. Very funny. I will tell you right now that I'm only really familiar with him because I watch the Florida Panthers so much. I'm just obsessed with the Panthers. I really am. And yeah, what? You got to appreciate the Florida Panthers.
No, I don't have to appreciate the Florida Panthers. No, I don't do.
Well, you should, because nobody gave them a better fight than the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs.
Speaking of the Panthers, they just scored, tied it up. Yeah. You have to appreciate. You know why you know Anthony Stolarz from watching the Panthers? Because you watched him take Stolarz out of the series last year to basically clinch the series for the Panthers.
No, he used to be on the Panthers.
What?
Stolarz used to be on the Panthers.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was familiar with him. And when he would get in there, I'd be like, this guy's a bad motherfucker, because Bobrovsky wasn't always dialed in when the Panthers signed him. You know, he was kind of iffy at first, and then he really locked in when they won their first cup. But yeah, dude, I'm here to tell you. And I tried to say it last year during the playoffs. I think I even had you on the show then. I was like, listen, I hate to do this, but you kind of have to hold your head up. I mean, the Leafs going toe-to-toe with the Florida Panthers is incredible. I'm sorry. Listen, I understand there's no moral victories, but dude, if they don't take fucking Stolarz out, the Leafs could have potentially beat the Panthers.
The Leafs were up 2-0 in the series, and then we're up 3-1 in game 3 to take a 3-0 series lead.
Like it was yesterday. I had the Panthers to win the East, so I'm sorry, but I was rooting against the Leafs. And yes, I know that was a bad fucking beat, because if Stolarz doesn't get knocked out, things could have been different. Ian, I'm here to tell you, and I know you probably know this. Maybe you just don't want to admit it. You know more puck than I do. The Panthers are one of the most terrifying hockey teams we've seen in a long time. Not saying they're a dynasty yet. They're going to have to win a couple more, but like we've seen the Blackhawks do this. We've seen the Bruins do this. We've seen the Lightning do this.
The Lightning do this? Yeah. What do the Lightning and the Panthers have in common?
What do the Lightning and the Panthers? Well, they have good coaching, but I would say the Panthers don't have playoff Vasilevsky.
No. Think about it a little bit more. What do the Lightning and the Panthers have in common?
What do the Lightning and the Panthers have? They're both in Florida?
Right. And what's in Florida?
Oh, no state taxes.
No state income tax.
Oh, so you think they're cheating?
Well, no, I mean, it is. It's not cheating because it's not breaking any rules, but it's not exactly a secret that players keep signing for these teams with team-friendly deals. Wow, I wonder how. Florida must just be a great place to play. That's why they get all these team-friendly deals. Oh, that's right, because if you take out the tax, they actually make more money on a cheaper deal than they would in trade.
Hold on.
It's true. People can get mad at me in the chat, but it's just a fact. We're just
no. I wouldn't get mad at you for that, but it's not like they're out there signing the most elite players in the NHL. They made a ballsy trade that got criticism when they traded Huberdeau, who was fucking really good down there. Traded him to Calgary for Tkachuk. He was the right type of player that team needed. You don't agree?
Yeah, the Panthers are a well-run organization. That's why they're able to do this now, and that's why the comeback is always like, yeah, this didn't matter when they were asked for their entire existence. Like, yeah, because now they actually have decent management who knows what they're doing.
Also,
the salaries are big, a lot bigger now. So the bigger the salaries, the bigger the difference. You know, the more money you'll lose in income tax.
Yes, no, I know, but all I'm really trying to get at is I don't know that there's been like these groundbreaking signings that have really done this, because here's the pushback I have.
They just got Brad Marchand, like the cheapest.
That was a trade.
They signed him this offseason.
Okay, but who cares?
Toronto. He was supposed to Toronto.
That was a fucking trade. Listen, how about these two homegrown fucking guys, Barkov and Ekblad? Did they sign them after they were great with the fucking Kings and the fucking Jets? No, they homegrown. How do you not give? You got to give credit.
Stay there on team-friendly deals. Who are the best teams in the NHL right now? The Panthers, the Lightning, the Stars, the Golden Knights. What do those teams all have in common?
No. Edmonton have that in common?
Yeah, that's why the Oilers can't win the cup. because all they have is McDavid because no one wants to go play in Edmonton.
That's not true. That's not fucking true. They got Corey Perry.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's fair. No, that's fair. Touche.
Hey, that's a guy you want in the playoffs. All right, Ian. All right. In all seriousness, though,
yeah.
I do like the Leafs. It sounds like you legitimately do too. Like you buying into Leafs this year.
The thing that's been missing for yes, especially at 17-1, which I think are their longest odds to win the cup over the past few years. The thing that's been missing for the Leafs is their heart in the playoffs. They get to the playoffs and they just have they just don't have that oomph that other teams have. And that big reason for that was crybaby Mitch Marner. So he's not there. The culture seems better already. They have a goalie. They need Stollarts to stay healthy now and they throw out the regular season and the playoffs. But yeah, I think they have all the pieces. I still don't love Berube though.
You don't love Berube?
He coaches a style of hockey that just doesn't fit the style. That's why Matthew Nyes looks so good in the playoffs, because that's the type of player that thrives in a Craig Berube style of hockey, like a true power forward. And like they outside of Nyes, they don't really have power forwards.
So you're saying
more of a finesse team. It's not a good
saying fit. Okay, you're saying his system doesn't fit those players. Yeah, but you know what? I'm almost wondering. I fucking hated the guy that was there before. What was his name? Sheldon O'Keefe or something?
Sheldon Keefe, yeah.
I did.
Keefe, is it?
I did not like him. Maybe it was just Keefe.
No.
Yeah,
he's with the Devils now.
Yeah, he's just seemed like a good loser, and like a guy like Lovie Smith. It was always like when you lose, it'd be like, oh well, we did some things good, trying to have the positive spin on everything. Berube at least seems like a guy who gets pissed off, and I like that he has a tougher style of coaching. I understand what you mean, though. It might not fit the finesse like team, but here is my pushback: the Nyes types of players is what this team needs. So hopefully what it'll do is generate more of those out of whoever the fuck, I don't even know who's on your second and third line. Lawrence, Jarkronk, Robertson, Domi. Well, Domi's been around for a while. Joshua. Like, you need more of those guys, just like the Rangers. The Rangers need less Zibanejad and Panarin because those guys are fucking soft. They need more Cullies and more Trocheck. So anyways, I'm with Stolars. I love Stolars. I love that you have him to win the Vezina. And I like what I saw from that Nyes guy. And I think they're going to be a tougher team, and getting Marner out of there will be an addition by subtraction. But all right, talk to me. Who are you high on? Who is your legitimate cup winner in this NHL season?
I took the Avalanche 10-1 to win the cup.
Oh, well, that's who Ryan Sura just had off Moner's Box. So he's on the Avalanche. So, I mean, I would assume you're buying into a little bit of what he said, but they're a well-rounded roster. You like Mackenzie Blackwood? No, you don't like Mackenzie Blackwood?
He's fine. That would be my issue with the Avalanche right now, would be their goalies. I don't have a lot of faith in them, but they're good enough.
Good enough, right? I mean, I couldn't believe that.
I think Landeskog being back, I mean, obviously that doesn't really need to be said. Landeskog being back for a full season is going to be massive for that team.
Sure.
Because that's, I mean, when the Avalanche won the cup a few years ago, their biggest advantage was depth, and that's what they haven't had the past few years. And Landeskog makes that second line unbelievable. And then all those second line guys then move down to the third line guys, so it just gives them a lot more depth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we don't have to echo too much on that. How about let's talk about another team that's up here in the cup standings that we haven't really touched on yet. The Vegas Golden Knights are 10-1. The Carolina Hurricanes are 10-1. Why do you have this big smile on your face? Was there another goal?
Well, no, it is 2-1 right now.
It's 2-1, yeah.
But that's not what I was smiling. I was smiling at the thought of the Golden Knights winning a cup with Mitch Marner, which is just not going to happen.
Okay, wait. So hold on. I'm not rooting for him, but I was rooting for the Knights. I was a big Knights guy last year. I like Eichel. Eichel's a guy I invested on. Unfortunately, I bet on his goals, and he was like the fucking assist leader in the NHL, which was very frustrating. He was a dog. They were very good. I think I'm wrong. I'm ready to admit I'm wrong about their goalie. The name is escaping me. Who's the guy that their big ass goalie who, God damn, I can't believe the name is escaping me right now. I took him to win the
me too. Man,
everybody's going to say that I ended his career. I know somebody in the chat will remember it. What's up, bud, man? No, not fucking Roy. We are so back. Who is this?
Hill?
Aiden Hill. Yeah, I loved Aiden Hill. It's unfortunate he's not. But you like the Knights or the Hurricanes this year? Are you buying into either of those teams?
Not the Knights, because they will now fold in the playoffs because Mitch Marner is there. Do you like, as like a non-Canadian, do you get like what's been going on with Mitch Marner? Like, do you get that in your feed at all? Like, do you know the whole background with Mitch Marner and his dad like kind of acts as his agent, and like He's now
No,
going on this tour where he's like saying he had to leave Toronto because he feared for his safety and he had to hire security and all that stuff. There's no reports of any Maple Leafs fans coming to his house or like causing some issues with Mitch Marner. And he's going on this tour saying Toronto's the worst place to play. He's not safe there. He had to get his family out of Toronto. It's ridiculous. He's soft.
well, okay. I mean, you might know this about me by now, but when it comes to sports, I do judge books by their cover, and I'm sorry, but Marner just looks and acts soft. And if it
He's
looks
everything
like
wrong with modern Canadian hockey, which is it's like sons of rich parents who
Yeah.
just never gets never said to them in their entire lives. And
but I remember the funny clip of when he was like bitching at the bench in the playoffs last year, and he took his helmet off, and then somebody retweeted it, and this is what went viral. It was like, that dude hasn't even broken a sweat or something. Yeah. And no, he just seems like a little bitch, like he's soft and like a pretty boy. And that's not the guy you want to pair up with Matthews, because Matthews, I don't know, like
he's got a little of that in him too.
He's got a little, exactly.
Right. You can't have two pretty boys.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to break that up. And I think, is it Nylander or Nylander?
Nylander.
He doesn't really strike me as a pretty boy bitch. Like, I think he plays.
He was early in his career. He's grown out of that as he's gotten older, which we all expected to happen to Marner, and it just didn't. Like, he's remained like the same like 20-year-old soft pretty boy.
Got it. And don't get me wrong. The thing about hockey that I have grown to realize is it's hard to get rid of a player who is uber talented. I mean, Marner is incredibly talented. Like, he's very fucking good, but he's just not tough and hard-nosed, and you need a blend of that. And that's my gripe with the Rangers. You got too many talented guys, and you need more nasty dudes. So, okay. So you're not buying into that with the Knights. You hate Marner, and everybody in Toronto basically says fuck the Knights. So that'll be pretty awesome whenever the Knights go play Toronto. What about the Hurricanes? And not even just for the Cup, by the way. Do you like any point totals, any player futures, or anything like that with either?
I didn't look at any point totals.
That's
I
okay
do like.
What's
that? Oh, yeah, I do like the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are going to be the same thing they've been for the past 5 years, which is like a unbelievable. Like, if you want to take Hurricanes like President's Trophy, like that wouldn't be a bad bet, because they're just an unbelievable regular season team, because they rank like in the top 2 in like every advanced metric. The numbers nerds love the Hurricanes because they're all Corsi, Fenwick, expected goals, top 3 in the NHL every year, and then they get to the playoffs and they can't convert that into success in the playoffs. So that's going to be the exact same question about the Hurricanes this year. I don't really know why. Is it because the style of hockey is a little bit different in the NHL? Maybe. They haven't got good injury luck late in seasons as well lately, which has kind of hurt them the past few years. So I look at Hurricanes for some kind of like maybe President's Trophy, or maybe, I don't know what their team points total is, but maybe the over on that. I like the Hurricanes, but I just don't know if they can kind of overcome the hump in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's so weird because, like, Jarvis and Slavin and Svechnikov, like, these guys are tough. Aho's a little bit of a bitch, but you'd think they have that blend of what you want for a hockey team, but they just shit their pants in the playoffs. I forgot we didn't talk about this with Ryan, who's a fellow Canadian, but I can't not talk about the Montreal Canadiens. They were a lot of fun last year, and I'm assuming you don't really like when they're successful if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Is there a rivalry there with Toronto and Montreal?
That's like the biggest rivalry in sports. It's like the oldest rivalry of all time. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, excuse me on that front. I'm not tapped into the Canadian rivalries quite as much. I know you guys are so friendly. I don't even know if you're rivalries, but the Canadians, I know they went to the Cup not that long ago, but that was also kind of fluky. They just got hot at the right time, and they got their ship kicked in.
Yeah, and they came back on the Leafs. The Leafs were up. Was it 3-0 or 3-1 in that series? And the Habs like strung together.
I totally forgot about that. I couldn't believe they beat the Knights in that playoffs. But now it seems like they're getting like some real buzz and like forming a real solid team rather than a flash in the pan with the Pacioretty years. So are you worried about this potential growth for an organization like the Canadiens?
No, not yet. What I would say about the Canadiens, and if I can be unbiased, they are a very good young team. They're going to be very good in a couple of years, but I still think they're 2 to 3 years away. They have an extremely good young core. They're probably going to be back in the playoffs, but probably a wild card seed. Maybe sneak into like the top, like a 3 seed in the Atlantic. But in turn, like, I don't think they match up with the Leafs right now.
Okay.
But in like 2-3 years, yes, I'll be worried. But it's not quite yet. That's a future Iain problem. But they are a young, exciting, fast team.
They are minus 105 to make the playoffs. That is the same. Those are the same odds as the Utah Mammoth.
Utah Mammoth to make the playoffs. One of my best bets too. high on the Mammoth this year.
Can you tell us about it? Who are the formerly known as the Arizona Coyotes? I wish they were the Utah Yetis, because the Yetis would have been such a great.
Yeah. And it wasn't like the Yeti, like the water bottle company.
So
like
stupid.
That's so dumb.
So
Should have been. It would have been good advertising for them.
Oh, it would have been awesome. They could have
Yeah.
just done like a partnership or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Utah
so
Mammoth is a fine second, but
yeah, Mammoth is okay.
Yeti would have been the best.
So the Mammoth are your best bet to make the playoffs, minus 105.
Yeah. So the reason why, now I'm not a big, especially when the season just starting and baseball is still going on and football, I'm not a big players guy, so I can't rip off all the players on their team. But what I do know is that last year, if you look at like the advanced numbers, and I'm a bit of a numbers nerd when it comes to hockey, they ranked pretty close to the top in the NHL. They had issues when it came to special teams. They weren't good on power play and penalty kill. But their biggest issue was they had 13 overtime losses, which is going to kill you in a season. You convert half those overtime losses to wins, they would have been in the playoffs last year. They only missed out by like 5 or 6 points. So their young team should take a little bit of a step forward. And if they can improve on special teams and not lose 13 games in overtime and convert a few of those to wins, they're not going to be a Stanley Cup contender, but I think they get in the playoffs. I love that bet. I got it at even money.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. I can't believe that the Sabres are plus 175. They should be like plus fucking 400 to make the playoffs. Iain, who's a team, maybe a little bit of dark horse-ish team? I was just saying this with Ryan, but like, I know that the Columbus Blue Jackets might be a little bit of a popular play. Is there any team that you're kind of high on that's a little bit of a sleeper? Again, not to win the cup, but I know you just said the Mammoth. Any other smaller market teams that you got your eyes on? You don't have to force
the
it.
The Mammoth would have been my team.
Okay, that is.
Maybe the Flyers.
Ew.
Is that crazy?
No, it's not. I faded them last year, and I got it there under point total. But I like that fucking young guy that came in.
Last year they were good. They just couldn't stop the puck, if I remember correctly. Like they just had no goaltending last year.
Who
did they get a goalie in the offseason? I don't know.
That's a great question. I'm going to find out because I do want to know that. Who is damn it, Tortorella? Did he get fired?
Yeah, he's not there.
Okay,
anymore.
Good. That's huge. Actually, then
their goalies last year to say 883 save percentage, 880 save percentage, 867. Yeah, their goalies. Yeah.
You know what? I don't hate that then. Mikov is out of his fucking mind. They got Zegras. Has he been there? Zegras, 24 years old. Trevor Zegras on the Flyers. Was he a Flyers guy?
They're starting goalie right now. This is saying Samuel Ersson, which I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. Ersson and Vladar is their backup. If they fired Tortorella, I don't hate that actually one bit. All right, how about a team that you're down on? Is there anybody that you're fading?
The Rangers. Rangers kind of suck.
You're telling me, brother. Yeah,
like they're like pretty significantly favored to make the playoffs, even though they missed them last year. And I just don't know like what they did to like for people to. Do people just think they just had a bad year last year and they'll rebound this year? Like I don't get the hype behind the Rangers.
Minus 190, dude. The Rangers always have hype, and it's funny. The one year they finally didn't have hype, they won the fucking President's Trophy.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I thought
they the NHL.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I like the things that they started to do, getting rid of Kakko, getting rid of Trouba. Keandre Miller is a guy I really wanted to like. I don't know if you've watched him or followed him, but young dude, defenseman, big, but he just never really got nasty for me. Yeah, I can tell he's a quiet dude, introverted. Most hockey players kind of are, but I wanted to see him be a bit nastier. They got rid of him. I can't believe the Hurricanes actually paid him. I don't really know that he fits, but he's got talent. Apparently, I didn't know this. But Sura was just talking about this. They signed a defenseman to pair with Adam Fox from the Los Angeles Kings. Do you know anything about Gavrikov? Because they're paying him $7 million a year. Vladimir Gavrikov. I don't know enough about this guy, but Iain, you know what? The one thing, if I'm just trying to spin this, I like that there's not many big names on this team, or not as many big names on this team, because I think that's kind of the guys that the Rangers need. They don't need these big names anymore that brings in all this hype. But I agree with you. Minus 190 to make the playoffs. Maybe that's telling about the division. You know, I mean, they're in there with the Islanders and the Penguins.
Yeah, Devils are supposed to be really good this year, though.
Oh, I didn't know Zegras got traded. Interesting. I'm kind of with you on the Flyers then potentially, but yeah, I mean, Lafreniere is on the front playing first line right wing.
That division is weak. Yeah, I didn't even consider that, but yeah, that division
was last year, and I wanted him to be so good. They paid him $7.5 million, but JT Miller's kind of a dog. It's going to be an attitude thing. I don't know if it's going to be so much talent anymore. Panarin and Zibanejad are getting a year older, but I don't know. I mean, are you an Igor guy?
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit more consistent though.
Definitely. Yeah. And Quick has been good. Quick's been good, but I don't hate that. I don't hate that one bit. All right. Any player props or player awards, coach futures, anything like that you're playing?
Yes. Well, I told you about Stollarts to win Vezina 27-1.
Yeah, like
my
that.
MVP Hart Trophy pick is Kirill Kaprizov for the Wild.
Yeah, he just signed a big
He
contract.
just signed a big contract. He played half the games last year, 41 games, but he put up 56 points in 41 games. So you double that for 82 games. That's 112 points. He's young. You assume he's going to take a step forward this year. Unless, of course, maybe he just signed a big contract and gets lazy, but that generally doesn't happen as much in the NHL. So, yeah, I think 11-1 I got him at. So, yeah, Kaprizov.
Okay. I got no beef with Kaprizov. Yeah, I really haven't decided who my teams are going to be. I'll just tell you real quick and then we'll wrap it up. I really appreciate you taking some time to hop on and talk puck. We'll have to do it again throughout the season. But last year, I bet on the Knights. I bet on who else did I bet on? I bet on the Lightning. They're still going to be very good and terrifying, I'm sure. I bet on the Kraken. The Kraken did not come through for me. I faded the Wild. That was a bad bet. They did not come through for me. But I bet on the Senators, and the Senators came through for me. I like the Senators. I think there might be something there. If the second year of Ullmark.
Wait, sorry, you're betting on these teams in what market?
No, those are teams that I bet on last year, but usually I don't go back to teams.
Like you bet like they're over team points?
Oh, over point total. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I do about 5 or 6 each year. So
got it.
And they're not always, I don't always have a very good year. One time I did 8 and I think I went, in the COVID year, I did 7 and I was looking at 2 and 5, 1 and 6, and then all the bets got voided. So that was
Here's
great.
my issue with those types of bets, and that's why I don't place them. It's like I'm waiting a whole season to cash like a minus 122. Like it's just not enough for me. Like I need some more, some more oomph to wait 4 months, 5, 6 months to see if my bet hits.
Fair, but here's my counter to that. I took the Senators 2 years ago to miss the playoffs, minus 188 for $300.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even know what the take back was on that. Not a lot of money, but it's fun. I'll pay $300 to root against the Senators for fucking 65 games or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Fair point. I mean? Fair counterpoint.
But otherwise, I understand what you mean. I want to go back to the Senators this year. That's a team that I want to bet on. Do you have anything? Yeah. And I never go back to teams like that. I never do. I think the Stars are going to be my cup pick. And truthfully, out of the East, I like the Leafs only because with the injuries to the Cats, I don't doubt the Panthers, and I'm not betting against the Panthers, but the East might open up. So it's gonna bring an opportunity for either the Bolts or the fucking Leafs. I think not the Hurricanes. Fuck the Hurricanes. And the only other
thing this is the most gettable the East has been in a while, so I agree with that.
And the only other thing I like is potentially a bounce back from Boston, but I know you hate Boston, so I'm not. You're the wrong one to talk about that.
Boston might be a little bit better than people think. 79.5 is their point total. Yeah, if I had to bet that, I'd take the over. I think they'll be a little bit better than people think.
Yep. Okay. All right. Iain Mack, thanks very much for joining. Make sure to follow Iain on Twitter. I'll share your profile as soon as we hang up. Thanks, dude, and good luck. And I almost said go Leafs. I can't say go Leafs, but good luck on your Leafs.
You can say go Jays?
Yeah, go Jays. Oh, fuck yeah. Go Jays. Go Jays. Yep. All right.
Go Jays, go, baby.
See, dude. Go
All
Jays.
Right,
it's not the Rays. It's the Jays. I've always said it. Thanks, dude. Have a great night.
Take care, buddy.
All right. Iain Mack. Thank you. Make sure to go follow him on Twitter. I will get you his Twitter profile. And actually, did I not? Oh, I didn't DM him. Got you. Okay. Well, here it is. Here's Iain Mack. I've been following Iain Mack for a long time. One of the first, I would say the first Twitter followers in the sports betting world that I've had on Twitter. All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Want to talk a little puck. That was great. Thank you to Sura. Thank you to Iain. Have a great night. Good luck on your wagers. So glad hockey's back. Rangers are dropping the puck here. I got a pork chop. I'm going to make some pork chop. Cast iron, baby. Hot. Sear that bitch. Little pork chop, some broccoli, and some fucking sweet potatoes. Okay, this is a POD. I don't have a POD. Yet. Vladdy hit a home run. That's my POD. I'm gonna watch, but I got to get some future bets in tonight on teams that are not playing. So I'll finish up some research. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Is there anybody that I can raid right now? Who is live? I think, it looks like Bookit's. Let's go to Straight Locks. Straight Locks are a great dude. Let's go to Straight Locks. So it's straight with an 8, locks with a Z. Let's show Straight Locks some loves. He does a good job, and he deserves some credit. All right, hold on one second. Straight locks with a Z _. Yeah, join the raid, guys. Show go support and show some love to Straight Locks. Good dude. And I'll see you guys. Oh, and you know what? No stream tomorrow. Unless something opens up for me. I have something work related I can do. All right. Have a great night, guys. Thank you again for hanging out. Good luck on all your wagers and enjoy the hockey season. Peace.